This time I'm going to record before we... So last time, Mia showed up again, and she was a big bad meanie, and proceeded to, well, let me put it down pat for all you kids in the back, ladies in the back, and boys in the middle. Inco slapped first, and then was laid to the ground and bonked his head, and things probably got a hell of a lot worse. I still stand by that Inco's recent anger issues are probably an outcome of that, because he really wasn't that angry before this happened, and I don't know if trauma is a way to explain this, man. Could be, but I think that physiological changes as a result, just saying. I think it's an underappreciated element of body horror, is that just, you're a little cray-cray now, and you can't help it. You were different before, and now your brain just works differently, and there's nothing you can do about it, and you're actually weirdly okay with it. That's terrifying. Thanks. I hate it. Putting that aside, let's move on. My overnight stay at the hospital went well, as predicted. The morning check-in with Dr. Nickett, who mirrored much of the same frustrations as my temporary doc from yesterday, went without issue as well. Using interruption dash is nice. A little bit of paperwork for Dad, and I was back home. On the way back, he playfully chastised me about it, but I could tell he was worried. Sorry, Dad, I really am trying not to make a habit out of this. Are you, though? Are you, though, buddy? Man, I forget, ending one is so heavy with the whole hospital thing. I've been in that situation, man. Oh, hits hard. Dad dropped me off at the house, and I wandered up to my room before laying in bed. I'd be surprised if you went in bed before you walked up to your room, buddy. I wasn't sleepy, but man, was I tired. Yeah, that's just the worst. How many times could Mia try and destroy my life in such quick succession? I know she's been lifeline to a normal world, or whatever, but I hope Ferris and Scalar throw the book at her. Maybe literally, that'd be funny. It was bright and early, just coming up on 7. Dad managed to snag me early with some talking to Dr. Nickett so he could scoot off to work. They said they were going to try and reduce their workload, but I had no idea how long that was going to take, or if it realistically happened at all. All I could do was trust my new parents that they would try. I really wish there was a way to turn off the stream entirely, just black it out, and then go to another window, because I don't know if I could go to my alternate reading, because chat is unlikely given that it's Sunday and everything. I mean, it doesn't really matter for people who are just watching this as a little, a little thing to have on in the background while they're doing something else. I guess they aren't really bothered. They're missing out on some text, but that's why the text is on screen. So if I say it improperly or you didn't understand me, you can just give it a read, or I skip over something. You can just give it a look. It's in a book. Literally. Technically, literally. They said they were going to try and reduce their workload, but I had no idea how long that was going to take, or realistically happen at all. All I could do was trust my new parents to it, that they would at least try. New Inco was trying, and new Mom and Dad seemed to be too, so no point stressing over it. My phone buzzed with a new message from Damien. Yo! I could easily imagine him screaming like that, and flailing his arms around nothing in particular. I waited a moment longer, but no follow-up message seemed to be coming. What's up, dude? I fired off. This is not text-to-speech, so I'm not using the voice. A heartbeat later, I got a message with a picture attached. Going by the barely coherent smear of pixels, I could tell that Damien was excited when taking it, or was having a grand mal seizure. I squinted at my phone, trying to discern the pixels through the crack in my screen. A recognizable smear of green and purple. Admittedly, she's a cartoon character, but on the other hand... What? Olivia? Is that Olivia? I messaged back. Could you tell from the picture she won't have shot to school today? He retorted, man, what a terrible day for her to come by when you're not there. Your pictures suck, bro. No, that didn't matter. Olivia was active. Out. It was doing stuff. A new wheelchair clearly got delivered, and she was capitalizing on it now. I was conflicted. On one hand, I was pissed that I was stuck home today on doctor's orders, and that gave me an excuse not to deal with the school rumor mill that was no doubt worrying away about my epic confrontation with Mia. On the other, I wasn't there to, test the water. By everything I knew, Olivia was still generally uncommunicative. But she was actually being active, so that it seemed like a step in the right direction. If I was there, I could see how she'd react to me, I guess. Though I don't know if I could take it if she immediately lashed out at the sight of me, or just ignored me like I didn't exist. I think this chapter we're actually going to have the two meet, though. I groaned and ran a hand over my scalp. I don't know what to do here. I know what I wanted. I wanted to talk to her. There was a lot we were going to have to talk about, a lot to work through, and a lot to repair, but if I was being honest with myself, I just needed to hear her voice right now. Hey, let me know how she's doing, okay? He quickly replied with a thumbs up icon. I was left waiting. Nowadays, you can do that directly to the message in a reaction. Whoa! I couldn't doodle. Nothing on you, Snoot, sounded interesting. Movie sound just sounded like work right now. It was a lack of ability to doodle that was especially galling. I'd grown accustomed just filling the space with the activity, and I felt like I kept slowly but steadily making progress. Yeah, man, that's just how art works. Sometimes you have an off day. To have it taken away from me like this was maddening. Was this how Olivia felt after being put on pause after her wrist injury? Because of her wrist injury. Why after? I don't know. It feels like a weird other way to go about it. If so, I could kind of see why she was so annoyed with the lunch date. It was the raw. It was still wrong to snipe at Liz like that, but I got it. I mangled my oh no, he put his mangled phone down. My brain's skipping a lot of stuff. I put my mangled phone down. Apparently the plan was either mom or dad would take me to the store after work hours today and get my phone replaced. They can just switch out the screen, buddy. Especially if you got a proper fucking, I don't know. Since it was actually medically relevant for me, and a fashion, we wanted to get that done quick like. I'm pretty sure I put a dash between those, but I don't know. I'm not going to look it up either. Now's not the time. I think my parents are also using that as an excuse for one of them to duck out of work early. I pulled up my computer, and after looking at phone models, including my current one, in case there was a more drawing-friendly option out there, I ended up navigating through various associated devices and utilities before landing on an online store that sold drawing tablets. You can just get them on Amazon, man. I mean, I don't use Amazon ever, but I use the local variant. But, you know, I blinked when I finally actually zoned back in and realized what I was idly navigating towards. I scanned the options. I wasn't sure if these were any good, but if was a reputable brand. And if any of these would you know what? I really want to see if my alter. Fuck it, we'll take the risk. Okay, there's just nothing here. Because I turned it off like a smart person. There's no chat, so we're just gonna. What was the other one that was out there? Oh, nothing. There's something I forgot about that guy. There we go. There's no chat, so who's it for? Who's it for? You tell me. Plink isn't here though. My Plink, my boy. That's just mean. How am I supposed to live life if I cannot employ this fine Blink? I mean, to be honest, this story really hasn't deserved it. He really hasn't deserved getting blinked at. It's just been good stuff, as they say. I scanned the options. I wasn't sure if any of these were any good, but it was a reputable brand. And if any of these would at least double the surface of my phone, all the way up to... Oh, wait. And any of these would, at the minimum, double the surface area of my phone, all the way up to matching my monitor in size. I know a good craftsman couldn't blame their tools, but there were definitely times where I felt like the screen size of my phone limited me quite heavily. Olivia always painted with a full-size canvas or doodled with a full-size notebook. There's much more room than our phones. Thought back to Liz and how she did digital art. Did you, though? Did you have something like this? I pulled my phone up and navigated to the side of us before firing off a message to Liz. Hey Liz, sorry to bother. Ever used anything like this before? It was mid-class, so she couldn't get back to me right away, but she was much more reliable than Damien about replying. She'd get back to me when class ended. I milled around on Snoot and watched a few review videos on a few of the tablets, but honestly their recommendations didn't mean much to me. I didn't know enough about them to tell if the reviews were good faith examinations or if they were paid ads masked as a review. Hell yeah, some time passed and my phone buzzed. Yeah, I do, yes. But I don't think they're Olivia's style. She likes to paint, right? Liz had replied. I laughed. No, Liz, it's for me. I wanted to move past the crappy doodles on my phone. I fired back. The typing bubble showed up, disappeared, and then reappeared. Like, unless it's pertinent, I don't know, man. I don't know. It feels like you're adding texture that is just, I don't know. Like, the problem is this stuff implies something, right? This is like someone starting to talk and then stopping. It's like it implies something. And I don't know what this would imply. Like, what? And that's the fun part. If this goes somewhere, wow. Otherwise, like, I know how writing works, right? I know that there are lots of people out there who write like that, but this is a fiction, and you're allowed to get rid of the stuff that no one likes about reality. No one likes that part. Get rid of it. Ugh. Nobody wants to talk about how tipping can be annoying. And it's like, well, you gotta tip because they don't pay people fair wages. Well, if you're starting out, I'd recommend a simpler model. The higher-end one has a lot of features you couldn't really use, so it'd be a waste of money. As someone who owns... Listen, buddy, listen. I'm going to tell you this right now. I have a drawing tablet, right? Because I draw. You've seen me draw. I've done an art stream from time to time. What do I have again? I have an Intuos, and it's like 3 times... No, it's like twice the size of my phone. The active area is smaller than that. But, it's enough. Like, you don't need much, Inco. Just get a little crappy tablet just to get a feel for it, you know? Get a fucking feel for it. Also, just so I can make this clear, right? I didn't know this at first, but apparently the back of this fucking pen opens up, and there's pen nubs in there. First off, that these pen nubs actually wear down. 2, they come with replacements. They have some guts to give me 3 fucking replacement pen nubs for this thing, because that means this is supposed to last me a while. I like that. By the way, this tablet has had some minor issues, mostly with how it requires you to specifically restart. But otherwise, it's fine. It's got 3 buttons on it I never use, but I never use the buttons on it. I just need a drawing tablet. Everything else I do with my hand. You know, gosh. So, a lot of people here probably don't even know about this, but back yonder yesteryear, I did an LP of Wario Master of Disguise. I might get back to that someday. And I did art for it, right? But also, Wario Master Disguise is a DS game, which meant that it had a little bottom section. It was really heavy on the DS touchscreen. And, like, using my little drawing tablets, I think it was a Waku Bamboo at the time. I don't think they sell those anymore. That Bamboo was adorable, and I love it. I'm so sad it stopped working well. The Bamboo, I use that for the touchscreen instead of my mouse. Sometimes I like to pretend that I'm using my mouse, but in truth, I'm using the drawing tablet to look really cool. Like I said, some people can draw with their finger on their phone. Other people can doodle with their mouse on a screen. The tools don't matter. Anyway, enough random complaints from Saffy T. Crook about tablets. No, Liz, it's from me. I want to move past the crappy little doodles on it. Oh yeah, I'm starting out. That makes sense. I could always upgrade later if I ended up liking it. No need to overcommit right away. Yeah, like you don't need the fucking screen version, man. Just start off low. We talked shop for a few minutes. She laid out a few recommendations, including the same model she had started out on. Though she highlighted to just get this year's refresh, as it would be the same in the end. Refresh? Like the new model for the year? I know. I thanked her for her suggestions. The videos on News may not have been helpful, but I've seen Liz's work. She's got a recommendation. I was going to take it seriously. I have recommendations you should take seriously. Because like I said, I use one. Like a lot of people tell you, get the... No, don't. Just get a little shitty thing that just works. You're fine. Well, Wacom has some issues, like I said, with restarting, but it just works, baby. Although, no, it took some effort to actually get it to work with... I say effort, but it took a little bit of fiddling. Maybe it's because I'm used to computers, but, whatever. I thanked her for a suggestion. Okay. I'm all over the choices a bit more before finally setting on the starter model she'd recommended. It was good enough for Liz starting out. It'd certainly be good enough for me. Our styles and art were different, but I'd imagine the usage of the tablets itself wasn't that different in the end. I will agree that, like, the notepad Inco had, like, they got rid of it so that it could get a I don't get it. Like, I really feel, right, like, they should have just kept the fucking notepad. It solves so many problems it's introducing and doesn't do it. Like, none of these problems seem to mean anything, other than Inco is moving on or something. I don't know, it just feels weird. I paused. I mean, unless he's gonna hit up with Liz all of a sudden, which we know isn't the case. Our art styles. Liz art had a clean digital look. She favored architectural or interior spaces, but that gave him a flash of light. But gave him a flash of life. She was also really keen on establishing all the fine details of lighting in complex spaces like that. Her art style was refined and it was very her. My art style today was crude doodles. Didn't really have an art style really. Art style, smart style, buddy. You're always developing and always progressing. Don't think you'll ever be done. I clicked on the purchase order for the starter tablet and was pleased that they did same-day shipping. Modern global logistics, my safety. Jesus Christ, man. I didn't have an art style yet. But I've been enjoying doodling on my phone even if they sucked. So maybe it was time to actually work out who I was as an artist. Liz had a digital architecture and originally had a realism fantasy fusion painting. I didn't know what was me, but I was weirdly chomping at the bit to find it. So here's the thing, right, Inco? The way you learn what you like is you digest, right? A lot of other people's art, and then you copy that art. Like, you trace all that anime bullshit, and then you're like, I like this, and I like that, and that's how you put it together. Your style is a Frankenstein of everything else and some original ideas you have. Anything else is just making it harder on yourself, really. My phone buzzed again. Likely a status update from Damien. I tapped the messaging app, and it was from Live Long. You dead? My heart leapt into my throat. Oh, fuck! I'm dead! Oh, sorry. Oh, fuck! Olivia messaged me. Oh, fuck! I'm not at school today! I looked at the time in the corner of the screen. Sure enough, it was about when second period would start. She clearly noted my absence, and with my message from yesterday, she wanted to know what happened. Which means Damien didn't pass along anything? Did Damien not talk to her at all this morning? We've already established that Damien doesn't tell anyone shit. Damien's character flaw is just not gossiping. Which, okay, hold on. Hold the fucking phone, okay? I would like to point out that in the first few chapters, the demo chapters, Damien is a fucking gossip. He talks about Inco's getting hit thing, right? I guess maybe he worked on that, but I don't know. It's like one of his first established character traits. To the point that he's like, he defends himself when he gets caught by Ben. Like, nah, man, we're good, right? Anyway, so Damien did not talk to her at all this morning? Maybe it was too flabbergasted that she even went. Possible. I considered how to approach her in my reply. Her tone was pretty casual, so maybe replying like I was okay? At home today. Doctor's orders will be there tomorrow, I replied. I held my phone with both hands as my heart raced, waiting for a reply. A moment later, one came. I was deflated a bit. It was a casual tone, but I sort of hoped for more. I clicked my tone in annoyance and chastised myself. No, moron. This is leagues better than you expected. The last time she actually saw you, you nearly tossed her down the stairs and killed her. True artists steal. I think it's bad artists copy and good artists steal or something like that. The core idea is that to be a good artist, it's fine if you take pieces from other people and like incorporate them into yourself. You absorb them. Just don't plagiarize, you know? Like if someone has a good idea, why not use it? Anyway, let's move on. I'm dumb. Bad artists copy, good artists steal. There you go. That's the quote. I clicked my tongue and nose in chat. Okay. But still, this was the first response she'd given me since Christmas! Hold on. Hold on! There's a very specific... There's a very fucking specific... Hold on. Hold the fucking phone! This is important. Grandma always knows what to say for Christmas.
That makes two of us.
Great Grandma, you always know just what to say. Christmas.
She really does know what to say, doesn't she? I would like to point out that the Rhapsody Kids, this disgusting movie, has Mark Hamill, or whatever his name was, the Luke Skywalker man, the Joker. How? Here we go. Rhapsody Kids, believe in Santa. Where is he? Where the fuck is he? I know he's in here. Mark Hamill! He's in here! Why? How? How did they get him? I recommend you watch Rhapsody Kids, believe in Santa. Just do it. Just do it. It's 40 minutes and you'll hate yourself. You'll hate yourself. It'll be magical how much you hate yourself. It's fucking incredible. And did you... One of the quotes is the fucking grandma. Oh, who is the great grandma? It's Deborah Wilson. Thank you, Deborah Wilson, for giving us a meme masterpiece. A++. Wait a fucking minute. Wait a fucking minute. Mr. Enter's fucking shit is on this? What? Man, I'm learning a lot today. I feel a little wiser, and I feel a little older. Sweet mother of pearl. We gotta get going. The only reason I did this today is because alternative is that we would have a 3-day weekend next time, so... Okay. Stills was first response I got in her since Christmas. And by what Damien said, she only offered the pains, grunts, or indifference. What'd that mean? Did it mean something? Did it mean anything? Surely she wouldn't hold me in high regard. I'm not their family, if you hadn't noticed. The recollection of how Olivia felt in relation to the pain struck me. I remember the night of the formal. When Damien told her that they were discussing kicking her out. When he yelled at her. Was that discussed? I fucking forgot about that. When she heard Vinny's feeling. Hold up. I completely forgot that is actually part of the main script. I thought that was just something this guy invented for shits and giggles. Which just shows why I need to replay the fucking game. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Saffy, now is not the time. Now is not the time. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, it's there. That's a very short line, and then Sophia's like, don't say that. And then Damien's like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Damien, you're not supposed... Okay. But yeah, like, you never talked about kicking Olivia out, I guess. If anything, you were clingy. I remember the night of the formal. Hold on, I want to bring up the proper drone. The proper drone. I just like this drone. It's just so nasty. Ooh, gives me the shivers. I'm not their family, if you hadn't noticed. The recollection of how Olivia felt in relation to the pain struck me. I remember the night of the formal, when Damien told me that they were discussing kicking her out. They were just discussing it, too. When he yelled at her, when Randy told us to leave, when she'd hurt Vinny's feelings. Olivia, the rest of us were just talking about kicking you out once we graduate. Damien's snarled yell echoed in my head. He hadn't meant to bring it up, but he laid out directly to Olivia's face that they were confirming her greatest fear. That as soon as graduation happened, she was out and she had nothing and nowhere else. Fuck! I yelled. But what do I do about this? Can I do anything about it? I anticipated her despising me. That'd be fine. Well, not fine, but acceptable. But the idea that she'd choose whatever was left over. That they had scraped off the floor after winter formal of her own god family. Oh, that was scary. Oh, sorry, I got completely confused. Inco's problem is not... His problem is, Olivia, you can't just choose me over them. That's the problem. Whoops, it was a really scary thought. But who do I even talk to about this? Randy? Or Sophia? Maybe? The time Olivia told Vinny I worked for Mr. Beatons and he's a fraud, giving Vinny the 1,000-yard stare. Man, that's one of those fucking lines that just aged like milk. Fun fact, once in my life, I came home after vacation and I just drank a glass of milk that was laying out and, regrets were had. Regrets were had. I don't even know what the fuck I was thinking. I wish I did. I wish I did. Mom and Dad were still kind of in the dark about what happened between me and Olivia, so they were out. Damien seemed to be keeping at a safe distance, which was admittedly probably for the best for now. Probably the best bet for now. Liz wouldn't be able to help either. The last couple of times Liz and Olivia chatted had generally gone poorly. Mr. Ferris was wise, but frankly, I expected bringing anyone into the loop from school that was core to systematic trampling of our hopes and dreams. But frankly, I expected to bring anyone into the loop from school that was core to the systemic trampling of our hopes and... Okay, so because he's part of the... Yeah. God damn it. Why wasn't the Otacon still here? Because that's why people dying sucks ass, Inco. I let my phone fall to my lap and pressed both of my palms to my eyes. The black eye was healing, but it had a ways to go. Yeah, like a week at most. Dear lactose intolerant people, have you... So much for the tolerant left, am I right, gamers? Ugh. What a fucking quote. Oh. The pain was sharp, but it was nothing compared to the inner turmoil that was roiling inside of me. I let it boil in around me, and slowly but surely let it calm. I didn't know what to do, but talking things out with people had mostly worked so far, and we did need to talk. So maybe it was the right play. I didn't know, but I didn't have any other cards other than the pains, and I wasn't sure they could even help. Or if them getting involved would just make things worse. I breathed in and out deeply to settle myself. Remember, Inco, talking things out's been working. It's your best card to play. And if it doesn't work, then at least you did what you could. I picked my phone back up and typed a reply. Talk to you tomorrow. I contemplated attaching a little dancing gator gif like we used to trade back and forth on the message, but thought better of it. I'm still going blind to what the mood would be. So for now, we'll play this safe. A reply, K. Oh no, it's my friend K who's stuck in the fractal world! Oh no, my friend K! I let out a long, steady breath. Okay, tomorrow it was. Listen, man, I need a hot minute. I'm gonna need to cut the recording. I need to mourn my friend K who was lost in the fractal world.